Lord give me strength to not break the law. News US. Teen hospitalized after being chopped by police officer who sat on his face during arrest. I regret nothing, says Anon. 19. I did not know Steam allowed my friends to see what I was playing. Developer response. Furlough Games. Developer, we thank you for your sacrifice. What's the honeyest thing you've ever done? I'm talking looking back on it, and now you are disappointed in younger you, honey. Bareback sex with a stranger from Craigslist I never met or saw. I went to an address where she, I think, was behind a sheet the entire time. I stuck my clock into the hole in the sheet, and what I thought would be a billow job turned into bare sex with cream pea. I've never been so relieved after an STD test. I was checking my shut about to bust, and the national alert went off and scared me so bad it made me finish. Bro, what? You can't just tweet this. Who would win in a fight? Remy. I hate this debate. He's a street rat, he would absolutely clobber Stuart with his bare hands. Stuart hasn't worked for anything in his life. Remy knows struggle. Stuart is a little butch. Our waifu card's worth. Get the Asuka one. I used to have this Webkins that I used to pour milk on and snack the milk back out of it, and it was sopping wet all the time. I used to slam it against walls, and it would make a loud thud. My brother saw me snack milk out of it once, and I got sad when he made fun of me, and I didn't pour milk on it for a week, and it got rock hard and smelly, and my mom had to throw it away. It was so ducking heavy. I brought it to school one time and my backpack was soaked, and I made my friends hold him, and they were upset. It's up to you to break generational trauma. Separate rights and colors. Separate rights and colors. It's okay to wash everything on cold. Was great grandpa talking about laundry? He or she. There's only one gender, bro. There's only one now. They're taking them out one by one. It's nerf or nothing. If I see a tweet with mother duckers, I'm stealing it and saying nigs. I want to have sex with mother duckers. Bet he ain't stealing this. This is an American joke. Draws mushroom cloud. This is Japanese joke. My girlfriend has 206 bones in her body. Now 207, 208, 209, 210, 211, 212, 213, 214, 215, 216, 217, 218, 219. Only legends will get this. Is the joke she's getting done by guys or she's getting her bones broken? Up to interpretation. Question, fellas. Yeah, girl you been living with for 4 years comes home and admits a side nig did this. What you gonna do? What are you doing, fellas? Double it, pass it to the next person. If you die in a fursuit, will you still be wearing it in heaven? If you die in a fursuit, you're not going to heaven. Anon should know this by now. Nothing gets reported on 4chan other than CPJ, unfortunately. Unfortunately? This was a particularly distressing green text, so I had to go listen to music at r/sounding to calm down. Be less cringe next time, Anonymous. Made me feel so gross I had to visit r/no clean figures to relax and laugh a bit. So nasty I had to go to r/ibletch to clear my eyes just a bit. So ugly I had to visit r/Dulcet Fantasy to clear my head. I don't even have a joke. It just feels right to bring up r/sync passes in this chain. r/Sandy Cheeks Clock 4. So forgive my bliss, but not safe for work. Why? It's a clock ring. Finally found my size. Is there a law reason he looks submissive and breedable? Imagine accidentally stepping on the poor thing. It'd sound like stepping on 3 family-sized Oritus bags simultaneously. What a terrible gift. John Cena surprises 7-year-old boy with answer on his birthday. Do women belong in the kitchen? Yes. Why can't I just spawn a girlfriend? I got my mom to spawn mine. Statue of God smiling scene. Solo leveling. Me when I see a girl walking alone at night. If your country is invaded, do you have to follow the Geneva Convention? Did you sign the Geneva Convention? I did not sign the Geneva Convention. I didn't either, so any POWs I take are in for a rough time. 7. Police are asking anyone who recognizes the man depicted to get in touch. If it released after dog walker sexually assaulted by man hiding in overgrowth. What big eyes you've got. All the better to ripe you with, my dear. Special offer because it has a few scratches from my dog. A few scratches. He nearly ate the whole thing. What kind of bests are you breeding? You wanna R-word him? What the duck is an R-word? Regards. In that case, I want to R-word everyone here very highly. I would like to assist you in your endeavors and R-word everyone's parents and children, so you can focus on everyone here. How to feed prisoners their own legs. Basically title. I have a colony of bug people that reproduces by injecting their eggs into people. I currently have about 10 prisoners, and to make sure that they aren't running away before the eggs hatch, I have chopped off their legs using War Chimes mod. How can I feed the meat that this generates to my prisoners? My colonists keep feeding them meals, and the meat in their cells ends up going bad. They can't eat it themselves because they cannot move. Jesus Christ. Yep, Jesus doesn't exist here, my friend. There is always that one girl that you will never be able to forget. There is this one girl in my class, the most beautiful human being. I swear to God, she is like an angel. Ask her out. Can't. Why? I'm the teacher. She invites you for Smash, but she doesn't have a Switch. She has a Wii instead. Then you find out she was talking about a Wii, and she's gonna bet Lex you. Can we take a moment to appreciate the fact that we grew up with this, and not this? I grew up with the porn version. If you could try any food from any movie or TV series, what would it be? Mine would be Ratatouille from Ratatouille. Them ducking bugs from The Lion King. Mike Tyson in front of the Sphinx. I'd pay money to hear that man pronounce Sphinx. I'm sexually attracted to my sister, and I wish I wasn't. Since I've been old enough to have sexual thoughts about women, I've been attracted to my older sister. I've never acted on it or told anyone about it, nor do I intend on it. I'm still attracted to other women, but as much as I've told myself that it's wrong to think this way, I can't help it. It's the thing I hate most about myself, and I pray for the day that I think about having sex with my sister and don't get a dunner. My plan is to go about my life and take this to the grave with me, but it feels nice to tell this to a bunch of faceless strangers who can't call me a piece of shit creep to my face. For context, I'm 18 and my sister is 20. Edit. For the people who automatically go to porn as a reason for this, I felt this way before I even knew about porn. I don't know when other guys start feeling attraction, but for me, it was around 7 or 8. Okay. How heat is this dude's sister? Heat enough to consider incest. Love a girl with a clef piercing. Taste like house keys, and there's no place like home. What a terrible day to be literate. Popular South African prophet shot dead while preaching in his church. Assistant pastor injured. So he didn't see it coming. When a woman has a fever, her catty be incredible. Should be boiling your nut like a 7-Eleven hot dog. You be rooting for heat ones till my mate at the morgue pulls a cold one out the fridge for you. The mod that hit the first tower. Here's your new plane. Nice upgrade. It can hit both towers at once. I'm blind and I just moved into my first smash. I mean, bro. Me, minding my own business getting out of the shower. My wife, your wife does that when I get out of the shower too. Gotta keep a closer eye on her. Busy girl. Well, luckily for me, your mother is always available. How I lost my bitch and city to a Thin Mint cookie. With pictures. I lost my bitch and city with my couch. I followed this story. This like changed his life. He spent 10 months in jail. The judge or classmate was at his release along with his family, and now he is a manager at a pharmaceutical company. Man facing charges in court starts crying when he recognizes the judge from middle school. So he went back to selling dogs again. Story. Yesterday afternoon I was going back home with my girlfriend when I left her arm to take out my phone and then took this photo. She got angry and shouted really bad at me. Didn't talk to me again that day. But let's just be honest, how many times do you find a dog driving over the city? It's still a danger, and you can't deny it. Totalitarian regimes must create good music, so you will focus on it instead of human rights abase. Yes, it is a danger, but it is still a song composed by a Nese, sung by a bunch of Neses, and used in Nese propaganda. I already like the song, you don't need to sell it to me. Guys explaining how annoying it is to have balls. It's funny cause it's both men. Yes, but one is covered in menstrual discharge. Lucky bastard. When I hired you guys, I was kinda expecting cool lasers and spaceships. The real power was slavery all along. Double-decker airplane seat for budget air travel. You could also fit more people into a jet by blending them into a fine slurry before boarding. Batman, do you bleed? Supergirl, every month. What the duck is a man gonna do with a rose? Tickle his ace. Is it guy for a man to want roses too? Wrong rose, never mind. Mom. Why is Bonnie exploding? He saw the law. He saw the pun. What's an underrated thing you find attractive in women? Pens like a horse. I could never make such a juvenile mistake. Ways juvenile mean? 16. Okay. Juvenile refers to the early days of an organism's life. A juvenile frog would be a tadpole. A juvenile butterfly would be a caterpillar. I tell you what, a malernia mole pal. If you're tryna call me a juvenile, then oh boy do I got news for ya. I been done graduated and she'll whoop that smile right off yo perky face. FOU know what it chira masokia right and da boy kisser if you ain't apologize. Finally playing Dark Souls 1. How do I get out of this cell? Oh, a new player. Do you see that corpse with bright glowing stuff above it? It means that you can walk towards it and click A to mercilessly duck it in the bed. Does anyone else have a favorite ray paste? It's a thing, right? Man, I sure love myself. Damn, I want a baby, but it's mad hard to put on their shoes. Then they just sit there while you struggling. They don't help you with a thing. Just sitting there holding a Cheeto you gave them 3 hours ago and shut. It's not okay to joke about rape, but it's okay to joke about murder. Murder victims are notoriously difficult to offend. A little bit of sweetness never hurt anyone. I laughed awkwardly as the man drank a third glass. Clearly, I thought, given this ducker seemed to be immune to antifrizz. Are you mixing it with alcohol, by any chance? If you're going to hide poison in alcohol, don't go for the antifrizz. It, booze, has priority for the enzymes that break down alcohols and will, depending on alcohol intake volume, allow most of the antifrizz to pass through the system without effect. Pointer. Stealing. Yo. If I knew my boyfriend had friends like this, I'll be adopting them too. Damn, I don't think you'll be able to handle them all, girl. Give them a PS5 and new controllers and they will be entertained for a good, while meanwhile I can go and grill me something to eat. Also, it'd be good to have a harem, but I'll have to add some F-boys. Not to mention amenities like a gym, a pool, and sometimes free breakfast. Hotels also resolve problems more quickly, and no shady stuff like cameras. I hope lol. That's why whenever I'm in an Airbnb, I stripe Nick and walk into every room while furiously masturbating and spinning to give a long look at each wall, so that wherever the camera is, they're always going to get the best angles. You either assert dominance or you become the victim. Call a girl beautiful 1000 times and she won't think twice. Call a girl fat once and she'll always remember, because elephants never forget. I remember tagging along with my girlfriend to the shop. They quoted her $400 for replacing her front brakes. She came out and told me and thought it was a good deal. I walked back in with her and they said there was a misunderstanding and the quote was now $180. Sons of butchers. Mechanics after successfully convincing a single mother to pay $470 for an oil change. I speak Latin. It's the things you start doing when bored during lockdown and ad-fueled hyperfixation on the Roman Empire. How many times have you accidentally summoned an eldritch horror monster beyond comprehension? Accidentally? Never. Wild animals remain wild animals. In 2005, a South African man, Maria Sells, adopted a baby hippo after rescuing it from a river. 6 years later, after years of bonding between the two, the hippo dragged him into that same river and ate him. The untold story of the popular board game. Can we normalize guys complimenting other guys? Hey, you're killing it, my guy. Superb idea, fellow dude. Nice nut, homie. Men of Reddit, what's the weirdest thing a girl said to you after sex? You're gonna have a baby brother. You're gonna have a grandson. At some point you will find someone who is obsessed with you and wants all your time. That person is your manager at work. Correct me if I'm wrong. The Jonestown Massacre was a cult event where mass amounts of people drank poisoned Kool-Aid thinking it would allow them to go to heaven. It was actually Flavor Aid. Mass seaside on a budget. We ran out of money for marketing. Can someone please write a meme reply to this tweet so we can clap back to it and go viral? Thanks. You make bad shirts. Duck you. Hey babe, do you know what a German girl's favorite number is? 999. Ha ha ha. So anyway, wanna follow me alone to my hotel room? Reminds me of the joke where the guy couldn't understand why the girl kept screaming her age while having sex. Check out Altered Carbon for a potential look at that future. Isn't Altered Carbon that porno that has an intriguing sci-fi subplot? Go on. Humans are just monkeys 2.0. There's nothing creative about humans. We're capable of mass genocide that's pretty creative. What's something weird that gets you, honey? Does my wife count? She's pretty weird. I also choose this guy's wife. She's our wife now, comrade. Why is my butthole always moist? Why is my butthole always moist? Hey, so I, female 21, do play a lot with myself, but even before I do anything, my butthole kinda feels moist. I do enjoy now, but even before I do anything with toys, it's moist already. Just noticed this not so long ago, and no idea how I should react to it. Give yourself a talcum powder enema. Reverse cinnamon challenge. I know the source, but my grandpa say silent is gold. That's why he will be silent when he ice soon. I'd stick my pens in a jar of peanut butter, creamy or crunchy, asking for a friend. I lost my teenage years to strict parents. Now I'm losing my 20s to the pandemic, and then I'll lose my 30s to the climate crisis. Can't lose your life if you never had one to begin with. Too long. Didn't read. My work Discord username accidentally directed to a not safe for-out body pillow site and a third-party company found out. HR told me to take the day off because they thought it was on purpose. Left a strike on my record. You should just use a random word generator instead to pick your name. I just tried one and got cuddly and octopus as the two random words. You should give that method a try next time you need a username op. Bad and Dragon were my results. Thanks for the tip. I'm off to change my username. Am I the asshole here? 26 male. For accidentally insulting my girlfriends. 26 female. Vague. My girlfriend of 4 months and I were showering together. I told her that she had an aesthetically pleasing vague, solid 9/10. She told me that that was a backhanded compliment, asked whose vague would get a 10 if hers did not. I told her that nobody would. I just said 9/10 because she wouldn't believe me. If I said a 10/10, she'd do that thing where she just said no, that's not true. You're just being nice because you're my boyfriend. My girlfriend is upset. What can I say to make her feel better? Am I the asshole here, or is she too sensitive? Supposed to say night 11 would smash twice. Is body count a flex for you? I have a friend, 20 male. He has a body count of 10 plus. Would you prefer a partner with such high body count? And yeah, I'm not kidding. That guy was flexing about it, and few girls and guys of our group considered it cool. Just imagine the guy, when he reaches the age of marriage he would probably have a body count of 20. How much body count can you consider for your partner? Ooh, your friend is promiscuous and needs to be checked up for sure. I would only prefer a man who has a body count of 0. No compromise in this matter. Hi, I'm -1. Bro got raped. Getting laid and getting laid off aren't exactly the same thing, but they aren't exactly the opposite things neither. Either way, you get ducked. Both are similar in the fact you don't want to tell your wife what happened at work today. Wash your hands, kids. You wash your hands because you peed. I wash my hands because I jack off. We are not the same. I jeeked off because you peed. We are not the same. Police kill Florida man suspected of stealing Pokemon cards. Sounds like Team Rocket, because the cops went blasting off again. Yes please. Then tell me you're sorry while crying so I feel guilty for being mad. No, you should kick me until I stop moving. So hard to choose. I don't know if I wanna die or just suffer. You can do both if you let the internal bleeding kill you. But then the suffering stops. I want more. Nice username. Thanks, my mom picked it out. What is your high school crush doing now? Died in an accident. Crush crushed. Equal exposure. You know, this isn't too bad. So, if I say I like it, will I be called a pervert? If I say I don't like it, will I be called sexist? Say you like it exactly because it's wrong. Collect all the achievements. How big is Kavira's clock? Poor bastard is only 4 inches. I don't know. 4 inches is pretty big if you ask me. For a girl's clock I would say it's pretty big. Girl clock. Future. My mother buried 2 sons, a husband and 4 sisters. She's still here, 94 with only me. I hope she doesn't get you as well.